Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening. Now we're going to show you, we're going to recap of what you've been listening to for the reasons why we are doing what we're doing. And my buddy and I, Jim Hart, we're going to lay it out. Jimmy, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right then. Go get 'em.
Okay, so before we get started, let's remember our great national sponsor, Select Sport America, and the balls that they provide, and the Virtuoso Award, which, by the way, the Virtuoso Award is going to make it into today's podcast. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. That's the trophy that goes to the best player in the Champions League final in all of the markets that are doing Champions Leagues. And let's also remember another national sponsor, Nagel College Planning. You remember your friend Ziggy Nagel, Kevin, when you had him on the show, and he has offered to give free mentorship to up to 5 kids per year per Champions League market. And this is mentorship in terms of getting to college. So people pay lots of money for these services. Ziggy charges money for these services, but his contribution to the Champions League movement is by reaching out and giving his services to kids that couldn't afford to pay for it. So we appreciate the support of those sponsors. And before I get into it, Kevin, do you want to say anything?
Yes, thank you. Ziggy's like the little brother I never had. I mean, he is unbelievable. I really, I would send my granddaughter underneath his tutelage, mentorship to get the real deal going. And hats off to Ziggy and all that he does. And the last thing is about the select ball. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that the select ball is an unbelievable ball. And it's a Wales certified ball, if I may add. But that when you kick it, dribble it, anything, and it's catchable from all goalkeepers and goal players around the world. I mean, I don't care what kind of spin you put on this ball. This ball, if you get proper hand shape, that ball is going to grip into your goalkeeper's hand. Guarantee. It's kind of like a relationship. You kick it good. If you kick it in the spot that the goalkeeper can't get, it's a goal. But if you give a goalkeeper an opportunity, and it's not going to be slipping and spilling all over the place. It's going to, So that's why a select ball is the only ball for Wales certified. Now let's proceed.
Okay, so item number 1, and we do 5 news items per day, but item number 1 is this. We're going to do a recap of this show that Kevin and I are doing on the high school Champions League movement to make sure that people understand what we're up to. So the idea is this: every morning before 8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Central time, hopefully we'll make that deadline each day, Kevin will have posted this show, which will contain 5 news items on the high school Champions League movement in America. These news items can be anything. They can be gossip, they can be speculation, they can be actual things that have happened. They can be markets that are considering the Champions League. They can be sponsor-oriented, individual-oriented, like we've done in the past, this past week, anything. But the idea is to paint the picture of the high school Champions League movement one little piece at a time. So Kevin and I are going to try to do that. We're going to try to put that out there every day. Not long, short, so people can get their daily fix of the Champions League. And that's what we're doing, and that's news item number 1. Before I move on, Kevin, did you want to add anything?
I think I wasn't listening. Sorry.
No worries, no need. I did a good job. All right, news item number 2. So I want to call our audience's attention to two names. They are Vito Bavaro and Gary Bolliard. Vito Bavaro is the head boys soccer coach at Lakewood Ranch High School in Manatee County, Florida. And Gary Bolliard is the head girls soccer coach at Venice High School in Sarasota County, Florida. These two gentlemen are going to be the leaders of the newest high school champions league, what they are provisionally calling the Minnesota High School Champions League. We'll see if that name holds. And these guys are going to be like, think of them as the Dave Wilson, the John Walsh, the Chris Crawshaw, the Greg Keller of Manatee and Sarasota County. They are the leaders. Both of them have put together stellar high school coaching careers and challenged for and even won state championships. So they are the kind of people we're looking for throughout the country. And if there are veteran high school coaches throughout America, anywhere in America, that want to bring something special to high school soccer, get in touch with us because we want to bring you the high school Champions League movement to your area. So that's item number 2. Moving on to news item number 3, I want to call your attention to a town called Yulee, Florida. Yulee is spelled Yulee. Yulee is a suburb of Jacksonville, up in the northeastern part of the state of Florida, very close to the Georgia state line, actually. The Yulee, Florida high school soccer coach is our latest advocate to bring the High School Champions League to their area. His name is Ron Acker, and we'll be in touch with Ron. His brother, Scott Acker, coaches a team here in the Tampa Bay area, Middleton High School. And Scott is interested in bringing the High School Champions League to Jacksonville. And I'm going to get on the rest of you guys throughout the country. Florida keeps popping up new Champions Leagues, and it's only St. Louis outside of Florida that has joined this movement. We need some more people from other parts of the country. Having said that, we have talked to people in about 15 different metro areas throughout America, but nothing has started up yet. But I want to add the Yulee, Florida, Jacksonville metro area to the pile of potential Champions Leagues. Number 4, I want to do a recap here of the Virtuoso Award winners from this past season in St. Louis. The Virtuoso Award is the award. It's a beautiful trophy that Select Sport America has created to hand out to the best player in the Champions League final. And the Virtuoso Award winners in St. Louis this past year were, for the boys in the fall, it was James Bubba Berry. Fans of the Wales Certified podcast already know this because they've heard Kevin interview this young man. And also Roz Doherty, who just won the Champions League Virtuoso Award winner in the final a couple weeks ago. It's especially notable that Roz was the winner of this award because anybody that was betting going into that final would have put their money on the great Matty Di winning that award. But in fairness to their opponent, to Jorge's opponent, Fort Zumwalt, they did a great job of marking Matty and trying to keep her out of the game. But it was Roz that stepped up and became the winner of that award, and we want to recognize her. Kevin, before I move on, did you want to say anything about this item?
Oh, thank you, Jim. Thank you. Yes. Unbelievable. I'll go back as far as the Maddie DiMaria. She put on a clinic for everybody, and she got an assist. And
yes,
yeah, and the goalkeeper made a fantastic goal-saving save to keep her off the board. But the deal comes out is that Roz and Bubba, I mean, they are a team. They help everybody get better. That's what the Virtuoso does. They are fantastic, exceptionally well versed, and they help others to raise their game. So, and then the last thing, for you to know that I know that you know, when you get the Virtuoso Award, it's not something you got to shine up or anything, man. It's not, something. It's a wooden base on top of a plastic square type of encasement for the select ball. Oh, man, I mean to tell you, you put a ball in it, that's a Virtuoso Award. I mean, that's why you're a virtuoso, because you can handle that ball. Okay.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as we all grow older and into our adult years, and we move on in life, and we go through all the old trophies that we've won and or haven't. But sometimes people have, under 10, under 11, different things people have picked up along the years, and they move on. You just can't keep all those things around. But I promise you that the winners of the Virtuoso Award, those things are going to be in their possession for their life. Those are beautiful trophies, and they represent something very special. Not only are they physically beautiful, but the meaning of the trophy, to be the best player in the best game, that's quite something. So,
and the last thing, if I can say, you are correct. Hey, man, it just can't be a Florida Champions League. Come on, man. And the very last thing is to say about, I forgot, I didn't write it down. Go on, proceed.
Okay, well, and in fairness, one of our news items this week was Chris Lawson in Kansas City, and
Oh,
hopefully he'll
yeah.
be joining. They'll be joining the Champions League as well. Let's get on to news item number 5, which plays into this theme of new Champions Leagues. It's John Krasinski. John Krasinski is the proprietor of a website called Pittsburgh Soccer Now, and I encourage people to check out this website, Pittsburgh Soccer Now. For me, it is one of the best websites that covers local metropolitan soccer in America. I encourage you to go on it. I encourage you to get on their mail list, because they put out about at least 2 emails a day with coverage. Now, it's all Pittsburgh oriented, but it covers the Pittsburgh professional men's and women's teams, all the college teams, and extensive high school soccer coverage in Pittsburgh. John Krasinski is organizing a movement in Pittsburgh to bring the high school Champions League to Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, he has organized a couple of high school Champions League or high school coaches meetings, one of which Terry Mickler, the great Terry Mickler, attended online to give guidance to Pittsburgh high school soccer coaches as they go about figuring out how to bring the Champions League to Pittsburgh. So we want to give appreciation to John and his role and his potential future role in the high school Champions League movement. So between Vito and Gary, between Yulee, Florida, between our Virtuoso winners, Bubba Berry and Roz Doherty, and John Krasinski, that wraps up today's show. And Kevin, I'm throw it back to you, and I'll get ready for tomorrow, starting right now.
All right. John, I'm coming for you. You're gonna get on Whale Certified. We're coming for you, John. And I wrote down, and for everybody to realize, there's good, and then there's the best. But our man here, Jim Harte, has gone from best to virtuoso, and that's yeah, and that's the whole theme with this Champions League. You got to be a champion in order to get into the league, and then it's not the best; it's the Everybody's the best. This is the virtuoso. It takes us to heavenly heights, I should say. Okay, so hey, we did good on time.
All right. Well, we'll see you. We'll see everybody tomorrow. We'll have 5 new news items.
All right. So have a comprehension or bring notes. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The United States National High School Champions League is on the move.